Good afternoon. Today I will speak to you about the work we've been doing in mobility and particularly in developing cities. So let me give a brief background about how our work came to be. When you look at traffic in developing cities, we see a lot of interesting phenomena. The first of all being governments are faced with challenges in terms of understanding their road infrastructure. What this means is if a government, for example, wants to know how their roads are, it's very difficult because most of the solutions you will find out there to help you understand about your roads are very costly and therefore prohibitive for developing cities such as Nairobi to acquire. Now, at the same time, these governments have responsibility to deliver service to their citizens. So, some interesting facts about Nairobi, for instance, which is a developing city. Up to $1 million is lost every day due to traffic congestion. We also see a lot of interesting phenomena, such as traffic becoming unbearable whenever it rains. And also, in a survey done by IBM in 2010, IBM was ranked the fourth most painful commute city in the world. Why do we even care about traffic in developing cities, for example? I will have you know that Africa accounts for over 90% of the world's traffic accidents. Yet, Africa has under 5% of these vehicles. Why is that so? For us as researchers, we tend to answer these difficult questions. And the question for us is how or what are the infrastructural and behavioral factors that affect how traffic culminates in a developing city. And we do this using a smartphone. And this was an obvious choice for us because, luckily for us, we work in an environment where there are more phones than there are people. So we have an adapted smartphone mounted onto a vehicle. And as the vehicle moves on the roads of Nairobi, we're able to use the accelerometer to pick up the top-down vibrations, and this tells us how the vehicle is interacting with the road surface. We also use the gyroscope to pick up the circular motion, and this tells us how drivers are maneuvering around these traffic obstacles, such as potholes and speed bumps. Now, I brought a small demo for you today, and in this demo, we show demos don't work when you want them to work. But on the left, I show you the data that's coming from the accelerometer and the gyroscope. And on the left, I show you real-time detection of the potholes and speed bumps that are on this track. So, sometime last year, we worked with Nairobi City County and installed 10 of these devices into their garbage collection trucks. So garbage collection being because they will go to every part of the city. And for the period between April and August of last year, we've been collecting this data about the roads in Nairobi, and we've built a digital map of where all the potholes are and where all the speed bumps are. And from this map, we've gone ahead to build applications that help drivers who are driving in roads such as this one. And what I'm showing you right now is a sample of that application. As you're driving in Nairobi,
there is a speed bump ahead. Please slow down.
We warn you about oncoming traffic obstacles. And at the same time, we show you a score that tells you how well you're driving or how you're maneuvering these potholes and speed bumps.
There is a pothole ahead. Please swerve right. There is a pothole ahead. Please swerve right.
It can come in very handy at night, for instance.
There is a speed bump ahead. Please slow down.
That's good.
There is a pothole ahead. Please swerve right.
So with such data collected from mere mobile phones, we've been able to build a digital map of Nairobi and showed how we can use technology that we use every day. And many of you might not know this, but your smartphone contains a large sensor suite of up to 14 different sensors, which you can use to tell you a lot about, for example, the roads and the rooms you're in. We see this as a great example of how Africa can use prevalent technologies such as mobile phones to help alleviate the problems that we already have. Thank you. Asante sana.